YouTube. In today's video, we got this guy's facing 98 years for this Facebook Marketplace scam. Let's get straight to it.
This guy's facing 98 years in prison for this Facebook Market scam, and is hands
Crazy.
down one of the most diabolical ones I've heard of in a while, because the dude just got caught running a car selling scam so absurd that it sounds like the plot of a stoner comedy. Like,
bro, what I want to realize is how the fuck do y'all come up with these ideas, bro? Like, y'all just get high as hell and y'all think, let me run a scam with selling cars and stealing it back. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
it sounds kind of like the plot of something from like a Nathan For You episode.
Jackson County prosecutors charge a man accused of selling used cars online, then stealing them back.
They believe he was finding his victims using social media.
Okay, wait.
It's crazy,
Excuse
bro.
me. He stole a car from Facebook Marketplace and then stole it back and then repeated that over and over again. Dude just thought he found some sort of like infinite
He's
money
stupid,
glitch,
bro.
except the law existed as well, unfortunately for him. Like, imagine you're shopping for your first car online, you find a great deal, you meet up with the owner, and even sign legitimate documents during the transaction. Everything seems normal until you wake up a couple days later and realize that your new car, it just disappeared overnight.
But this is why y'all gotta pay attention to certain shit, bro. Like, this is why I don't even buy cars off Facebook Marketplace, because half of the time them cars be bullshit and people really do be trying to get over on you.
I feel awful for the victims here, but this is so bizarre, it's hard not to laugh. So, between the months of May and June of 2025, the Kansas City police say that they received not one, not two, but 8 reports of a similarly stolen vehicle.
That's
What is that,
crazy.
like one old like Japanese proverb? Fall down like 7 times and stand up 8. I guess this guy completely misheard that, because his version goes, sell a car 7 times, steal it back 8. Because this is just so crazy.
Bro, how the fuck did you think this was gonna work though? Like, how did you honestly think, let me sell a car to somebody, let them sign the paperwork, and then let me steal it back and repeat the process? Like, you ain't even bother upping your money and then changing cars. Like, people are so slow nowadays.
If it wasn't illegal and immoral in every single way to do this to people, I'd kind of be impressed with how many times he got away with it. Because you would assume when he relisted the car that he just stole on Facebook Marketplace, after just selling it on Facebook Marketplace, you think that people would kind of be onto him. Like, come
Exactly.
on, it's the same car. And the same car is now suddenly back on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I feel like if my car was stolen, Facebook Marketplace might be one of the first places I would start looking for it. But it apparently took multiple months before authorities finally tracked down 24-year-old Mamadou Diallo and put a stop to his scheme. And it's kind of surprising to me, because social media has become a pretty common place for people to buy and sell everything from like used clothing to dropship garbage.
I don't
like
trust
the TikTok
Facebook
shop grifters
Marketplace
who
no
like
more.
are like pretending to handcraft something when you actually order it, thinking this woman made this thing. It's actually some dropship garbage from China. I digress a bit there, but obviously online commerce has graduated to vehicles and even houses. And because of this, I feel like Facebook Marketplace scams are now unfortunately extremely common now. And it seems like Facebook Marketplace has also kind of become this like hotbed for stolen cars.
But this is why I tell y'all, if y'all are gonna buy a car, make sure y'all take a mechanic with y'all and y'all tell them to meet y'all at the police station. And when y'all do get the police station, make sure y'all tell an officer to come out, check the VIN numbers and all that. That's the only way I'll buy a fucking car, bro.
Because unfortunately, even if you are quite savvy and you know what to look for, you can still find yourself getting the short end of the stick
Exactly.
in a Facebook Marketplace deal. And a good chunk of these people using these sites are just regular, unsuspecting people who aren't seeing these scammer stories day in and day out. Because like, why would they assume the worst of a random person who isn't really just online? Because they eventually have to meet in person and do the exchange. Like, they would have no reason to assume the car that they're in the process of buying, number 1, is already stolen, and number 2, is about to be stolen from them within the next few days. Like, that is just crazy.
Bro, just imagine you buying a car, you're so happy, and then just to wake up the next morning and that shit is gone. Like, I'll be so fucking pissed, bro.
Jackson County Prosecutor Melissa Johnson says this kind of cybercrime is becoming more common. She says no one should be leery of shopping online, but double-checking documents, email addresses, and phone numbers can help shoppers avoid trouble.
Even in some circumstances, you can do all of that and still, unfortunately, end up on the wrong side of things. And so, again, I am not here to victim shame. I just want us to all be aware.
Maybe
Be
that's
smart.
why Mamadou wasn't caught instantly. Like, it being the same guy over and over again seems like like the least likely scenario, but as ridiculous as it sounds, that's exactly what was happening.
Prosecutors say this pattern of behavior happened 8 times and it cost victims a total of $24,000.
So I guess using multiple aliases, Mamadou would post his car on Facebook Marketplace, sell it for cash to an innocent victim, and then days later he would steal it back just so he could post it back up again.
Bro, that's why I'm saying this is so fucking stupid. Like, nigga, you didn't even bother getting the money that you got and using a different card. That would have been way smarter. Stop pulling these scams if y'all are fucking stupid, bro.
Come on. Imagine you're the victim here, though, and you buy a car off of Facebook Marketplace. It's stolen a few days later, and you're like, well, I guess I need a cheap car again. So you go back to Facebook Marketplace, you find a similar car that you just had. You show up, it's the same guy, and then it's the same car.
Nah, that's
that would
crazy.
be an awesome plot for a movie. Honestly, this whole thing in itself is kind of like a awesome plot for like a extremely scuffed like stoner comedy, but that would make it funnier. But still, the fact that this like operation wouldn't immediately raise alarms is so beyond me. Like 8 times, I still can't get over stealing the same car back 8 times.
The fact that people are so gullible like that is sad, bro. How the fuck do you let somebody finesse you 8 times on Facebook, bro? And I'm pretty sure they did post like, hey, this guy scammed me. And yo, dumbass still went and bought the car. Stupid.
For months on end. So apparently he would go as far as to provide what seemed to be legitimate titles and bills of sale during the transactions, which likely eased buyers' concerns. And that is like if they had any concerns in the first place, because obviously it is a little bit sus buying things off of a dude you don't know,
Right.
especially off of a marketplace, but people do it all the time. And most of the time people do it, it's fine. Unfortunately, there are a small amount of people who sell stolen cars and apparently steal them back for you.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I can't buy nothing off Facebook Marketplace. I tried, bro, but you got them Arabs out there, bro, that would try to sell you a lemon and try to price it at $25,000. Like, I'm not buying a rebuilt title for $25,000. That's stupid.
But also, those documents would also explain the 8 counts of forgery that he was just charged with as well. And what I am curious on as well is if he had like fake IDs and different profiles for all these aliases too, or if he was just using the same name and account. I don't know. But
Probably
no
the
one
same
at the
name,
DMV
knowing his
noticed the
dumb ass.
same car was just continuing to be sold and re-registered over and over again, just in a short span of a few months. Like this
Crazy.
is, again, it's so crazy that he got away with this for so long. Like this is just so confusing to me. Like how did he get away with this for so long? Like you would think he would get caught the first time, and if not the first time, the second, or at least by the third.
Facts.
8 times? Like, come on. Even if Mamadou wasn't going the legal route on his end, like, aren't the natural next stops for the buyers to register and insure it so it's like at least in some sort of database?
I think most people that buy cars off of Facebook, they're looking for cash cars, and half of the time, them bitches be rebuilt, like, honestly. So, I don't know, bro. If he's stealing it the following next day, that's crazy work. I'm not gonna lie.
Or was everyone he was selling this vehicle to just not registering the car nor even putting it on insurance?
Which is crazy.
I don't know, man.
Prosecutors aren't saying how Diallo found the car after the original sale was complete. Sales managers in the used car business recommend buying cars at a reputable car dealer.
I hear about people getting their cars stolen all the time.
John Prenzler manages Autobank of Kansas City on East Truman Road. He says online car customers should get a signed bill of sale from their purchase and register their cars with the state as quickly as possible.
The news clip does say the authorities don't want to say how Diallo tracked down the cars after selling them, but does mention registering and insuring new vehicles as soon as possible. So
But this is why y'all need to put trackers on y'all car. And on top of that, bro, when y'all buy a car from somebody, go the same fucking day to the DMV and get your shit registered, bro. Like, I hate when people wait to do important shit like that. Get your priorities straight.
maybe that was the problem. The car wasn't even their possession long enough for that to even happen. So what he
Exactly.
might have been doing is spawn camping the literal car that he just
Spawn
sold.
camping.
Like, what if he like sold it like at the end of the night, like after the DMV was closed, and then he stole it back that night?
Nah, spawn camping is fucking insane. I'm sorry. I've never heard of that. You're spawn camping cars. I ain't gonna lie. If that's a business that's lucrative, hey, hit my phone.
knows? That would be crazy though. And honestly, tracking a car can be as simple and eerie as just throwing an air tag in it. And also, I mean, he was clearly very familiar with that car since it's been back in his possession a whole bunch of times. So
8
he had
times.
endless time to hide a tracker in it. Either way though, over the course of 2 months, he somehow made $24,000 defrauding his 8 victims using this tactic. And again, if this wasn't such an awful thing to do to people, this would probably be one of the funniest ways I've heard someone make 24 grand. But when
Facts.
Kansas City police realized they had 8 stolen cars and all of them were purchased on Facebook Marketplace and then reported stolen in the same way, it started rhyming. So they realized they had a serial car stealer on their hands. So after Diallo was identified,
A serial car stealer. What the fuck? Hey, that is the funniest shit. Versus spawn camping cars, and then I was serial car stealer. I'm not gonna lie. 2026 is a fucking movie. I refuse to believe we live in reality, bro.
as the fraudster,
This
he
is
was
crazy.
arrested and brought in, where he apparently denied ever buying or selling any cars on the platform, which is pretty funny, you know, considering how easy it would be for authorities to actually verify that he in fact was the person selling these cars, or this car over and over again. So for a measly $24,000 that he absolutely would have to pay back, court records show that Diallo was charged with 6 counts of first-degree tampering with a motor vehicle and 8 counts of forgery. And unfortunately for Diallo, if convicted, he's facing up to 98 years in prison, 2 years
Damn.
shy of a century, which is just crazy. Obviously, he's 24. This means he could potentially spend his entire life behind bars because of possibly one of the dumbest schemes I've seen in forever.
Bro, y'all gotta be smarter than that, bro. You're spending 10 centuries, my nigga, behind bars for stealing a car back 8 times. When you could have just sold that car, went and bought a different car, fixed it up, and flipped it for more. Like, y'all so fucking stupid, bro. It's sad, bro. I'm sorry.
Obviously, he's not going to get anywhere near that, but
Shit.
still, the odds are he's probably going behind bars for a minute. But unfortunately for him, on top of this, he also has holds from sheriff's offices in 3 other counties. And not to mention, he's also been charged previously with multiple counts of tampering with a motor vehicle, stealing a motor vehicle, and aggravating fleeing from the police.
Yeah, he's out
And
of
this
there.
was only in 2025. So the same year this all happened, which means he may have not even been sentenced for those charges that he did earlier in 2025.
Bro, are y'all just bored? Like, I'm fucking confused. Like, do y'all just get bored at home and be like, let me go break the laws and let me make myself go to jail? Like, what? My nigga, like, that's crazy. Y'all don't even got no valuable reason of doing it. Y'all just do it at this point for fun, bro. Stop it. It's stupid.
So odds are he's not going to get a slap in the wrist for this one.
Not
But for
at
now,
all.
though, he's currently being held on a $30,000 cash-only bond. So maybe him and his friends get
10%.
together and sell and steal back a car a whole bunch of times to raise the $30,000 to bail him out. Who knows, though? So the moral of the story is, if you're buying a car off of Facebook Marketplace or just privately, especially with cash, it might be
Yeah.
worth doing some homework on where this car's from.
Facts.
Like maybe a Carfax or something like that at the minimum. And obviously I understand why people buy off Facebook Marketplace, because sometimes the deal is just too good. But that goes both ways, because sometimes that deal is too good to be true. And here,
Facts.
that's possibly the story. But hey,
Man, listen, bro. That's the end of the video. Remain focused and smart, and remember, some things are too good to be true. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.